Hello friends, hope you're having a great weekend. Today we are going to do a pre-market analysis on gold. Before going to the session, I suggest you watch the pre-market analysis which was done on March 1, 2026. On March 1, 2026, the market was at the range of 5,279, and in this video I mentioned that on the market opening, which is on Monday, market will open up in a gap up and it can reach up to the range of 5,453. Let's see what happened after that. So this was the range when we have posted the video, but in this video, while double checking, I was able to see a hidden point of interest at the range of 5,401. Like if we go to the 2 hours time frame, there is a tiny order block which was at the range of 5,387. So let's mark this range. This hidden point of interest was not mentioned in the last week's YouTube video, but I'm just mentioning it here. Now from this range, let's see what happened. Market went, as mentioned, markets opened in a gap up. It's a huge gap up like I mentioned, and it went to almost to the range of 5,421, and from there the market started falling dramatically. Even though there was a war happening, the market is supposed to go up, but the reason why the market came down was there was a hidden point of interest, or the supply zone, or there was a supply zone at the range of 5,387 range. And right now the market is currently at, let's see, 5,171 range. Let's see what happened in this scenario and what is going to happen after this. So let me take a fresh chart and let me show you what happened and what is going to happen next, or what might happen next. So if you go to the weekly time frame, as I mentioned in our previous videos, there is a strong support or order block at the range of 4,170, in between 4,170 and in between 3,886 range. Let's mark it as green because that is a huge demand zone in the weekly time frame. Let's mark it as green. Now, when you come to the daily time frame, let's cut the chart from here. As I mentioned in the previous chart, the market went to the point of interest, or in the rejection zone, in between 5,375, this was the rejection zone, 5,375 up to 5,598. Now once it tapped on the supply zone, let's check the daily time frame. You can see that there is an inducement range here at this area. If the viewers who are watching this, if you don't know what is an inducement range, our students knows what is an inducement range. And from, if the inducement range breaks, I already have mentioned in my, or in our community, the X community, that market can go up from this range of 5,001 to 4,837. Let's mark this zone as support zones. The market came here and tapped exactly on the order block zone, and it started moving higher. So currently market is in a support zone right now in between 5,001 and 4,837. But let's do a deep analysis by looking into the higher time frame as well. While looking into the higher time frame, we can see that, you know, there is a support at this range where the let's say it's a retail range where the retailers would like to enter. This is a support zone because there are multiple tabs which is happening over here, and there are multiple rejections happening on the bid zones. We can keep it as like this as well. But I would like to keep it like this, as this. I consider this as a mid-range support zone. Now, let's go to the daily time frame. In the daily time frame, you can see there is a multiple taps in the retail liquidity zone, and these all are the rejection zones. Now, in the coming days, the ranges in between 5260 to 5606 will act as a rejection zone, as there is an order block here. You can see the order block as well. So let's mark it here and give it as red. So this will also act as a rejection zone in the coming days. Now, what is going to happen? There is a midline rejection here. If you look into the retail liquidity, there is a midline rejection, plus there is an order block, a supply zone. If the market is going and tapping on this area, there are chances that market would fall maybe to the next order block or to the previous support zone. This is one possibility that we can analyze right now. Also, there is a small fair value gap. We need to connect from here actually. So this is a fair value gap. So you know that sometimes fair value gap will also act as a rejection zone. But let's take order block at this time. Let's take the order block. Now, if the market is coming to this range, you should be very safe, as there might be chances. We can't say 100%, but there might be chances that market will be coming down to the next. If there is any support zones over here, it will tap on that support zones and maybe go up. If there are no support zones or order blocks or anything, market can come down to the buy zones or the support zones of 5001 to 4837. If in case the market is falling like this, still the ranges in between 5001 and 4837 will act as supports, and from here again there are chances that market would go up. I would like to mark some of the hidden point of interest as well. So the ranges in between 4776 in the daily time frame and 4658 will act as a support zone, because that is a hidden point of interest. Hidden point of interest means like the institutions might place entry, or there are a lot of bulk orders at this area which I have drawn. So you need to keep this in mind. So if the market is coming down after tapping here or before tapping here, if the market is coming down, be ready with a good capital or a good liquidity so that you can protect your account, and maybe from these ranges market will go up. That's what I can think of right now. So this is the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, I have already marked the order block. See, I'm not trying to scare you like as there is an order block in between 4170, but you need to keep in mind, because this is a weekly time frame. Anything can happen. Last day it was like there was a lot of escalations and it's a war happening, lots of missiles here and there. Still the market fell because of the technical reasons. So that's the reason why I tell you that you need to look into both fundamentals and technicals as well. Now, if you ask me where is a perfect buy zone, I would still say the area in between 5000 and 4834 is a technical buy zone. You can go for a buy here for a short term at least. But if the market reaches here, I would not suggest you to buy, because there is a midline resistance as well as an order block, selling order block, from where the market might fall. So this is what I have to tell you this week. I have marked all the support zones and the rejection zones as well. Now, looking into the news for the coming week, on March 9 there is no much news. March 10 also it's like okay. March 11th we have crude oil inventories and CPI news, where you should be careful while trading at these zones. Now on Thursday you have initial jobless claims, be very careful. And on Friday there are a lot of news like CPI, PCE and all, like the price index and all. So you need to be careful while trading at this area. I won't say that you shouldn't trade, but you should use proper risk management, and you should be very careful while taking multiple trades, Just take, just know how much is your account size, and according to that, take your trades. So my dear friends, stay safe. I know that there are a lot of students and there are a lot of people from Middle East who are being in touch with us and sharing their, fear and concerns. But the only thing that we can tell you right now is like, stay safe. We are all praying. Let this war end soon and let peace be everywhere. So thank you so much, guys. All the best. Trade safe.